Welcome to my Life Skills channel. You must have noticed that thousands of people making reels online on one song or one beat. Even in your vicinity, people are dressed up in a certain way. Likewise, the 2 minutes Maggie advertisement, although it doesn't take 2 minutes, but the influence is so strong on our mind that it is so powerful that we think these things are normal, these norms are normal, and you follow it, we all follow all those things. And sometimes when these norms or these influences, these powerful influences are good, that creates good results. Just like at Silicon Valley, nobody blames you for a failure, because after failure you go to success. But when it is not good influence, then that creates social gap, instability, and this is called sphere of power. But we can manage it for the good, not the other way. And that's why my today's topic is sphere of power and how to manage it. Hello, I am Nandini Das, academician, author and citizen journalist. As I told you in the beginning that we are going to discuss how to manage it. So today we'll talk about 3 roadmaps how we can manage it. But before that, we need to discuss briefly what is sphere of power. Actually, sphere of power is a term used mostly in international relations when one country controls another country's domestic affairs, whether it is economic, politics, even sometimes culture, but doesn't invade it. It is so strong power in it, that is called sphere of power. But the same thing happens in your individual life. That's why you need to include that in your life skill, how to manage it. As I gave you the example, in your individual life, from where the sphere of power comes, it comes from your environment, where you grew up, from online internet, from TV, from hearsay, all those areas it comes from, right? So as I said that when it is good, it does good thing. When it is not good, it makes you a mental slave of some wrong imagination or wrong thinking. As a result, what happens, you react in a way just like gaslighting, harassment, mob lynching, all these things, dirty politics at workplace, all these things comes up because we think that this is the norm. Just like corruption, this is the norm because that has some strong influence, but it has a good side, it has the opposite side. So now when you understood what is sphere of power and how it is important in your life skill, let's talk about the 3 roadmaps how you can manage it in a good way. So number 1 is by influence. So influence is also 2 types. One is you are influenced by somebody using sphere of power, and you can also use your sphere of power to influence others. So first let's discuss when you are influenced by other sphere of power, how to know whether it is good or not good. So you have to think about why, when, how, all the what, all those things, right? When you think, analyze something, then you follow it, and it also becomes your practice. It will not take long time, but it will practice. If you practice it, use it for some certain period of time. So this is one type of when you are influenced. How you can influence others using good sphere of power, like building your own brand, right? You believe or trust a person because of that person's honesty, decency, all those things. That is a person's brand, right? Then companies, they're like good service, good quality companies brand. Or even you're a person, you are working at some place, right? Suppose I am giving one example. I went to the bank. One employee or few employees, they are so good to customers to help you. They understand your what is their problem and they try to solve it. They solve it. So they are also influencing us, right? So these are all called good influence, right? So this is number one roadmap to manage sphere of power. Number two roadmap is by having genuine interest or concern. Have you ever said when, or you have done that when you are, if you are a student now, or when you were a student? Students do combined studies. When they do combined studies, what happens? They also help each other. If one student is strong in one subject, another is weak, the strong student helps. Vice versa, the another student is strong in another subject, this student is weak, so they help each other and they do combined studies. The same thing you can apply in your social life, in your neighborhood, with your friends, family, colleagues, everywhere you can apply that without having an intention that invading others' privacy. It should be genuine concern and you help each other. So that is number two roadmap to use your sphere of influence. Here in a good way you are influencing others. Number third roadmap to sphere of influence, how to manage it, is don't control or don't control by others. When you control using your sphere of power, and it is not a good thing because it is like a string, right? When you are using a good thing, that is the beneficial for, when you are controlling in a good way, that is beneficial for everybody, individually, for the whole society, collectively. But when it is not a good thing, that means you are becoming a puppeteer, and the string is invisible string is there. It is not direct command but invisible string, and you are manipulating others. So you practice that. Sometimes even if without knowing that you do the same thing. So don't manipulate or don't control others using the sphere of power for something wrong, nothing good. At the same time, don't control by others. It's just like misinformation and you just behave insane. So this thing you should practice in your life. Now I give you three roadmaps how to manage the sphere of power, and I also briefly discuss what is sphere of power, which is invisible control, and that can be used in a good way or bad way. So you can apply that in your life skill, and I hope this topic is useful for you. And if you think so, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. See you soon. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.